The Pantokrator is now complete. The icon of Christ, the ruler of all. The touches have been added to the gospel. The closed book representing judgment. The hands have been finished. The inscriptions have been added. The halo with the on we spoke of earlier has been added. And as we proceed down and get a look at the entire upper dome, the heavenly realm, you can see that all now the six-winged seraphim have been completed. They have their faces added. We have the many-eyed cherubim, the patterns for which are found in the scriptures, as Canelos was explaining to me just a moment ago. And we continue down the levels, and we see the angelic hosts, which are still receiving some of their finishing touches. Of course, the proportions of all these are designed to be viewed from the bottom, so they may look a bit out of proportion from the top. Let's step back and get a good look at the Pantokrator. And again, simply because of the angle with which I'm viewing it, the forehead looks enlarged. But when we move around, you see that every time you move to a different angle, proportions change. And one of the amazing testimonies to the God-given gift that Dr. Kordis and his team have is that they were able to stand up here, as you saw in our very first video, and sketch this standing on this platform, and yet the proportions from down below will be all correct. Second level, down one from the upper dome in the heavenly realm, and we are now into the realm of the prophets. And you can see the beautiful Byzantine patterns that have been placed between them. Each of the prophets is in its own emblem, with their name inscribed. Some of the prophets will have a scroll, and those inscriptions will be placed in there today or tomorrow. We had David there. We have Solomon. Unfortunately, I cannot identify these yet because I started on the end without the inscriptions, or the side without the inscriptions, but they're coming. And in fact, they're coming because the God-inspired hand of Yorgo is painting them. Siga, siga. And you'll see this system that he uses. It measures them. We'll come back to him in a moment. Here's the prophet Joel. These are ones he's already completed, or almost completed, except for the scrolls. The prophet Jonah. The prophet Ezekiel. The prophet Jeremiah. The prophet Isaiah. The prophet Elijah. And the prophet Elisha. I believe we started with David. So quite a beautiful place up here. Let's go over and take a look at Yorgo drawing his lines and getting them straight here for the next inscription. Habakkuk. This will be a long one. This will be a long one. Habakkuk. And Yoro explained to me a few minutes ago this Byzantine-style script abbreviation that has been done. So you can see the prophet Joel. And over here you have not the entire word the prophet, because it would have imbalanced. And many times in Byzantine texts they do these abbreviations and combinations of letters. And so we have the here. Then we have prophet with a P, R, O, P, H, E, T. And so we've actually made double use of the H-E. So we have the word the prophet in a Byzantine style in an English text. And that is exactly what he is doing right now. And you can see these are all painted freehand with just a little assistance of some straight lines for the foundations.
Long name.
Oh, okay, this prophet is?
Habakkuk.
This is Habakkuk. Oh, the long name, yes. And where will the prophet go? On the right side this time?
Habakkuk.
Ah, okay. So because it's so long, he's actually going to split the name Habakkuk in two, which they do also in Byzantine script. So we will let Yorgo work in peace. As we continue to marvel at the God-inspired work that Dr. George Kordis and his team here are doing at Holy Trinity Church, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 2013. Is doxan Theu to the glory of God.
Di paano ramihin yung brother?
8 days into our project, it is Wednesday, April 10th, and the Panagia has now been sketched in charcoal. The icon of the Platytera, she who is wider than the heavens. And our iconographers are now on the walls of the sanctuary. The area of the prophecies, or preparation of the holy gifts, has the icon of Christ called Extreme Humility. Dr. Kordis is now painting one of the 6 hierarchs that are on the wall of the sanctuary. On the other side is traditionally in the Iconography, Melchizedek, an Old Testament priestly figure.